Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this stylish princess that's Bustier Peplum top with simple sleeves and a front zipper. If this sounds like something you're interested in, keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. With that being said, let's get on with this tutorial. For this tutorial, I made use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric, but do make sure to have about 2.5 yards available so as to have enough for a fuller peplum print and also to make the belt, because I didn't have enough to make the belt and it's actually a belt that goes with this top. I'll begin this tutorial by drafting out my patterns on paper. The first thing I'll go ahead to do is to rule half an inch away from this region to serve as my shoulder line. Adjusting my paper, guys, I'm going to rule 1.5 inches away from this midpoint, which is going to serve as a zipper allowance line, because as you can tell that the zipper is going to be at the front of this blouse. Placing my measuring tape from the shoulder line, I'll come down my client's armhole measurement, her breast length measurement, under bust measurement, and also half length. Her armhole depth is 9.25, breast length of 11 inches, under bust of 15.5 inches, and then half length of 18 inches. I'll connect this measurement together as seen with my straight rule and then label these points the chest line, breast length, under bust and waist respectively. Placing my measuring tape away from the zipper area, I marked half the shoulder measurement at the shoulder line and also the chest line, came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant and then connected them together with a straight line. At this armhole region, I will divide what I have here into 2 and then mark the middle point here, come in by half an inch for my armhole curve and then divide my actual bust measurement by 4 at this point here. I'll connect these 3 points together using my curve rule, just like this. So guys, for the neck width, I'm working with 3.5 inches and then neck depth is 5 inches. Note that all measurements should be taken away from the zipper allowance. I will go ahead to connect these 2 points together. I'll also connect from the armhole to the tip of my neckline to give me my shoulder slant. At the neckline, I'll make a straight line extension towards the zipper area and also do the same thing at the hemline. Dividing the bust part measurement, that is nipple to nipple measurement, by 2, I have it to be 4 inches. I'll be marking this at the breast length, under bust and also waistline respectively. I'll connect these points together using my straight rule. At the under bust and the waistline, I'll come in by half an inch toward the center and then towards the other side I'll come in by 1.5 inches because my client is quite busty. I'll connect these points together using my straight line and then come down by half an inch away from the breast length line. Mark it at this point and then connect curved line just like this all the way to the half an inch that we came down by. I'll shade off this region because we won't be needing this anymore. From the half inch we came in by, I'll connect a straight line all the way to the breast length line just like this. I'll measure in between the dart that I have at the waistline, and this for me is 2.5 inches. And now I'll be subtracting half an inch from this and then taking this measurement at the armhole region just like this. Using the curvy part of my ruler, I'll connect a slant curve all the way to the breast length line just like this. I'll make sure to leave an extension and then I'll show off this area. We won't be needing this anymore. With the way we have drawn our lines, if we join this bustier piece together, it's going to be a bit short at the armhole. In order to avoid this, I'm going to measure the both sides of this curve in order to know which of them is longer. The center front is longer than the side front with about 1.25 inches. I'll be making this extension right here and then I'm going to measure the dart in between my chest line. I have it to be about half an inch. I'll replace it here and then connect my new armhole together like this. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to divide my actual bust measurement by 4, which is actually what we already have here. So I'll just be adding 1 inch for stitching allowance. You can add more than 1 inch. Can add 1.5 or 2 inches depending on what you want. At the waist, now divide the actual waist measurement by 4 and then measure in between the dart. What I have here is 2.5 inches. Now I'll just mark it towards this other side like this. I'll connect these 2 points together using my straight rule, and that'll be basically all for drafting the front pattern. I'll go ahead to cut everything out just like you can see me doing. And with that, I'm basically done with drafting out the front pattern. Let's go ahead to draft the back. Bringing my pattern paper, the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to rule half an inch away to serve as my shoulder line. Now from this point, I'm going to be coming down by my armhole measurement, then breast length and also waistline. There's no need for under bust because this is the back that we're going to be drafting. And then I'll just connect this point together using my straight wool and then label them respectively. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture the drafting of the back, but I'll just go ahead to explain what I did in some areas. For the back, there's no need for zipper allowance because the zip is going to be in the front. So for the neck width, 3.5, same thing as the front, and then neck depth is 2 inches because this is the back neckline. As for the armhole, I did not go in by half an inch again. I just curved it just directly because this is for the back. Now towards, I took a dart of 1 inch just like this, and I'm also gonna have to replace it at the sides. Also, I've replaced the sewing allowance of 1 inch also, so I'll just go ahead to cut it out. And with that, guys, we're through with drafting the back. Let's go ahead to modify the front. One very important thing to note is that the half length of the back is 2 inches shorter than that of the front. That's the difference between my client's front half length measurement and also back half length measurement. So I forgot to include this area. So due to the fact that this is 2 inches shorter, we're going to be taking a side dart by at the side of this of the front piece so that it can be able to balance together. To modify this front piece, the first I'm going to do is to come down by 2 inches from the breast length measurement just like this, and then connect a slanted line all the way to the tip of the breast length itself, and then put in nipple measurement point just like this. I'll cut it open at the breast length region just like this, and then I'm just going to use this to cover at the other side in order to close up 2 inches that we use in my sellotape and closed outside that. That'll be all for drafting the front pieces and also the back piece too. I'll go ahead to cut all of these out on my actual fabric. This is the center piece, guys, and this is what it's looking like. So I gave half an inch towards the bustier region, the neck region, also the shoulder region. This is for sewing allowance. So guys, I'm going ahead to cut out stay and also wording to pad this. You can see that the wording did not go all the way through, so I maintain that 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. Bringing the side front, I've gone ahead to give half an inch away for stitching allowance at this region and also half an inch at the bottom. As you can see, guys, I've ironed stay, attach my wording, and also cut out my lining pieces too. This is also what the back is looking like. I've gone ahead to give half an inch at the neck region, shoulder, and also at the bottom. So guys, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to capture me demonstrating how you just go ahead to join the princess dart. So guys, do make sure that you notch it at the under bust area, then align them together all the way to the half length region. Now from the waist to half length, you just sew with half an inch or whatever stitching allowance that you gave by all the way to follow the curve of the bustier or the princess dart bustier, and that is how you go about joining it together. Then I'm also gonna head to notch it and also to iron my seams flat open. I repeated the same process for the lining too. Once I've done all this is what the front and back should be looking like. Now the next I'll go ahead to do is to bring my lining and place them right sides facing each other, and then join the lining and the actual fabric together at the neckline and at the both sides, just like you can see me demonstrating. I'll also repeat the same process for the back piece, joining it at the neckline and at the both sides too. So guys, this is my back piece and I've joined it appropriately, and then these are the both front pieces. So I'll just go ahead to align them together at the shoulder and then join the shoulder together. I have joined the shoulders together, and for the back piece I've also put in my dart, and this is what I've been looking like. I've closed up the middle area with 1 inch for where the zip is going to be. Now the next thing for us to work on is for the armhole. Now due to the way we join this, the armhole may be short, so you can just go ahead to take the measurement of what you have, and then we cut your armhole, trim it so I can be able to fit perfectly into your client. I'm done adjusting my armhole, and I adjusted the front and the back separately because I did not cut the both armhole to be equally together. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to top stitch the armhole in order to secure the lining and the actual fabric in one place. Having top stitch, this is what I have it looking like. Now the next thing I proceeded to do was to sew my sleeves together. So this is just a normal simple basic sleeves, and I use lining to turn it. That's why it's not showing at the hemline of the sleeve any stitching allowance, because I use lining. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to align them both with the armholes of the main fabric, and then join them both together. After joining, I'll also weave them. So guys, upon joining my sleeves, this is what the back is looking like. So just go ahead to align them right sides facing each other, and then just sew in your stitching allowance. So you just measure and you shape this to your measurements. I have two pieces of fabric here cut for the lower part, and they are 64 and 64 inches respectively. So together I have 128 inches when I join them together. So I'm going to join them together at this side right here with about half an inch, and then weave around where I have joined them. Then the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to fold the lower edge and fold it all through. Bringing my front piece, as you can see, I've removed the pins, and I've also joined it together at the armhole region, and this is what I have it looking like. Now I'm going to open this up and then measure what I have for the waist in order to know how full that we're going to gather the make the lower part gather. Now for the length of this lower part, it's actually the full length minus the half length measurement, and for my client it is 8 inches, but I cut it out with 10 inches. Now upon folding it at the bottom, I now have it to be 9 inches. Okay, so I added 2 inches for extra sewing allowance. Now I'm not going to on the upper area, that's where I'm going to make my gather stitch all around, and then I'm going to gather it up to what I have for the measurement of the actual waistline at the bustier. Having gathered it, this is what I have, and it is in a fold of 2, just like you can see, because it's not going to show, because it's going to serve as zipper allowance. Now measuring this, I have exactly what I want it to be, and just go ahead to knot it at the end so that it doesn't lose. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to join this right sides facing each other to that of the upper bodice, and I'm just going to sew it with half an inch all the way through. I've joined the both pieces together, and this is what I have it looking like. I've also weaved the inside for neatness, and also towards the sides too of the gathers around that zipper area too for neatness. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to attach my zipper. And before you do that, do make sure that when you align them at the top, and they align at the top and also at the half length very well, not that one will be longer than the other. So this is my zip right here, and I'll just go ahead to attach the zipper from the bottom all the way to the top, just like how you normally do if you are trying to fix an open and close zip for the back. That's the same thing we're going to do here, and then cut off the excess from the top, not from the down. Having attached my zipper, guys, this is what I have it looking like, and this is the inside looking neat. I'll just go ahead to align and then zip it close all the way to the top. And that'll be all for this tutorial. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and also subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this far, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.